Welcome students. In the last module, we completed up to question number 19. Today, we will begin with question number 20. What are we given? We are given a triangle PQR. The coordinates of these vertices are also given. The question says to find out the coordinate of the circumcenter. So, what is the circumcenter? The center of the circle that passes through the vertices of the triangle. Therefore, OP, the radius of the circle, will be equal to OR, the radius, and that is equal to OQ. Therefore, OP square should be equal to OR square and is equal to OQ square. We assume O as the center and the coordinates are x and y. To find this distance, we use distance formula. Which is under root x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Therefore, we calculate OP square, which is equal to OR square. We can take directly, we can substitute for both. OP square will be x minus 6 the whole square plus y minus of minus 6 will become plus 6 and whole square is equal to OR square. So, x minus 3 the whole square plus y minus 3 the whole square. I expand it simultaneously. X square minus 12x plus 36 plus y square plus 12y plus 36 becomes equal to x square minus 6x plus 9 and y minus 3 square is y square minus 6y plus 9. Apply the property of elimination. X square gets cancelled, y square is eliminated. Hence, we have negative 12x plus 12y plus 72, which is equal to negative 6x minus 6y plus 18. Bring the variables on one side. So, negative 12x plus 6x plus 12y plus 6y is equal to 18 minus 72. This is negative 6x plus 18y is equal to negative 54. Divide each of the term by negative 6. So, we get x minus 3y is equal to 9. We get one simultaneous equation. We can also calculate OR square is equal to OQ square. So, what do? OR is x minus 3 the whole square plus y minus 3 the whole square is equal to x minus 3 the whole square plus y minus of minus 7 is plus 10 plus 7 the whole square. See here children, we can also take, this is x minus 3 the whole square, this is also x minus 3 the whole square. We can directly eliminate the whole thing from both the sides. So, we get therefore y minus 3 the whole square is equal to y plus 7 the whole square. What is this? Y square minus 6y plus 9 is equal to y square plus 14y plus 49. Eliminate the square terms. Y square negative 6y minus 14y is equal to 49 minus 9. Add up negative 20y is 4040. Y will be divide both sides by negative 20 and you will get negative 2. You got the value of y. We can substitute the value of y in this equation. Therefore, putting y equals negative 2 in x minus 3y equals 9. What do we get? X minus 3 into negative 2 is 9. X plus 6 is 9 and x is 3. Hence we get over here, that is O corresponds to x coordinate is 3 and y coordinate is negative 2. And we got what we are asked to find out. Let us proceed to question number 21. See what is given to us in this question is 3 vertices A, B, C, the corresponding coordinates are given. The question says you have to find out the possible coordinates of point D such that the quadrilateral that you get is a parallelogram. We are given 3 vertices. We need to find out the possible coordinates of the 4th vertex. So I take one possibility A, B, C. I can have a D here which I assumed as D1 corresponds to x1, y1. So look at this figure now, A, B, C, D1, C. This is a parallelogram given to you that you need to find out the coordinates of D1 such that A, B, D1, C is a parallelogram. So how do we find out? Here I assume that D1 corresponds to x1, y1, quadrilateral A, B, D, 1, C is a parallelogram. Therefore, AB becomes equal to CD1. Come to the next quadrilateral which I have drawn here. Instead of the D1 here, I am taking to the other side, left hand side. That is AB is the base here, C given to you and D2 is the next vertex. So, what will be the opposite side's length? This is also a parallelogram. Here we can say that AB is equal to CD2. From these two statements, we infer or we can conclude that CD1 is equal to CD2. Therefore, these two segments are congruent. What does that mean? Therefore, point C, midpoint of D1, D2. Then we come to the next quadrilateral which is other one possible. That is, I consider A, B, C. Here D1 and D2 on either side of D. I am taking D3 now to the opposite side of segment AB. Here again I can get a quadrilateral which is a parallelogram, and in this case AC is equal to what? DB. AC is equal to DB, and this AC is equal to BD1 from the first one. Here you get AC is equal to BD3. So for the quadrilateral, in quadrilateral A, C, B, D3, I take AC congruent to BD3. in quadrilateral ACD1B, one of the side is AC. AC is equal to BD1. BD1 from 3 and 4. What do you get? AC equals BD3, AC equals BD1. Therefore, we can write BD1 is equal to BD3. What does it show? D1 here, D3 here, B midpoint. We prove that these two segments are equal, which says that point B is the midpoint of D1, D3. Therefore, point B, midpoint of D1, D3. Similarly, we need not write again. A will be the midpoint of D2, D3. So, we have midpoints, A midpoint of this segment, C midpoint of D1, D2, B midpoint of D1, D3. Therefore, using midpoint formula, we will be now able to calculate the vertices of the coordinates of the vertices. Say for example, if A is the midpoint, here what is midpoint formula? X is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Y is equal to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. I am going to apply this. So, 5 is equal to x2 plus x3 divided by 2, and 6 is equal to y2 over here plus y3 below divided by 2. Cross multiply. X2 plus x3 is 10. Y2 plus y3 is 12. Then we take down 3. What is 3 equal to, which is the x coordinate, is x2 plus x1, x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Negative 2 is equal to y1 plus y2 on 2. Cross multiply. X1 plus x2 is 6. Y1 plus y2 is negative 4. We get another equation. Now we will come to point B as the midpoint, and we get 1 is equal to x1 plus x3 divided by 2. Therefore, x1 plus x3 is 2. Y is negative 2 is equal to y1 plus y3 at this end 2. Therefore, y1 plus y3 is also negative 4. We are adding these equations 1, 2, 3. See how many x1s? 1 and 2. 2 x1s, 2 x2s and 2 x3. So, we get 2 times of x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 10 plus 6 plus 2, that is 18. We get x1 plus x2 plus x3 as 9. I substitute the value of x1 plus x2, which is 6 plus x3 is 9. Therefore, x3 is 3. We come over here, we write 3. Then, I put the value of x2 plus x3, that is x1 plus. What is x2 plus x3? That is 10 is equal to 18. Not 18, it is 9. x1 plus x2 plus x3 is 9. x2 plus x3 is 10. Therefore, x1 is negative 1. 9 minus 10, negative 1. I write negative 1 here. What is x2? I have the value of x1. See, x1 plus x2 plus x3 is 9. x1 is negative 1. x2 is unknown to us right now. And x3 is 3. Total 9. So, x2 plus 2 is 9 and x2 is 7. So, we write x2 7. Do the same thing for y. What is that? y1 plus y2 plus y3 is equal to, or 2 times of all this will be equal to 12, negative 4 and negative 4. So, 12 plus negative 4 plus negative 4 gives you 12 minus 8, and y1 plus y2 plus y3 is multiplied by 2 is this y1 plus y2, and what is this value is equal to 4. So, y1 plus y2 plus y3 will become 2. Substitute the values of y1 plus y2. Negative 4 is y1 plus y2 plus y3 is 2. So, what can y3 be? y3 is 2 plus 4. y3 will become 6. We write here 6. So, we got the D3 corresponds to 3 and 6. y1 plus y2 plus y3 is 2. But what is y2 plus y3? That is 12. So, y1 plus 12 is 2. y1 will be 2 minus 12, and that's equal to negative 10. So, we here write negative 10. So, D1 corresponds to negative 1, negative 10. Then we go ahead and calculate the value of y2, that is y1 plus y2 plus y3 is 2, but y. So, we need to find out now y2. What is the value of y1 plus y3? y1 plus y3 is negative 4 plus y2 is equal to 2. Therefore, y2 will be 2 plus 4 and y2 is equal to 6. So, we get y2 as 6 here, and over here D2 x coordinate we have already written and y coordinate will be 6. Thereby, we calculated all possible coordinates of point D in such a way that the newly formed quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Question, children, of that set, that is, we have a quadrilateral, vertices given. We are asked to find out the slope of diagonal. So, AC the diagonal, we have to apply the slope formula. What is slope formula? M is equal to y2 minus y1, that is difference in the y coordinate, upon x2 minus x1. Here slope of AC is 1, x coordinate 7, y coordinate. So 7 minus of negative 3 upon x coordinate 1 and 0, 1 minus 0. So 7 plus 3 on 1, and that's equal to 10. Similarly, slope of next diagonal BD will be 6 minus of minus 3 divided by y coordinate, sorry children. So 3 minus 3 upon x coordinate 6 minus of negative 3. We get 0 on 9, which is 0. So we got the diagonals. Diagonal AC has a slope equal to 10, and BD the slope is 0. That's the end of the chapter. We completed all questions and hope you enjoyed the teaching.